So I've got the UWANT spot cleaner and the Bissell Little Green spot cleaner right here. In this video, I'm going to go over all the differences and similarities and tell you why you might want one over the other. Before I do that, I want to point out a couple things. The first is that this UWANT spot cleaner was sent to me so I could test it out and make this video. The other thing I want to point out is that this Bissell Little Green has been with me and by my side for 15 years. I absolutely love this thing. So I guess I have a couple biases. For one, I've used this to the point where yes, I do need duct tape on it because my boys dropped it and cracked it open. And I'm biased because this was sent to me for free. So with that out of the way, what are the differences and similarities? As far as the cleaning head goes, the head on the UWANT is wider than on the Little Green. Now you might automatically think that wider is better because it covers more space, but it also means that the suction is spread out a little bit more. Honestly, after using both of these, I don't know which one I prefer necessarily, but I will say that the U Green comes with a couple different scrub brushes and a couple different head attachments. So you have this main head attachment. You also have a smaller one for spot cleaning. So that's pretty cool. As far as how well these suck, I did an experiment where I sucked water out of a jar. I started out with this Little Green. It sucked out all the water in a matter of seconds. I'll show you here. I think it was around 6 seconds or so, pretty fast, or so I thought. And then I tried this UWANT, and the first time I did it, I fumbled around because it was so fast. I was pretty surprised. I did it again. It was just a couple seconds to suck out the whole jar. I don't know if you can definitively say that this sucks more, but this sucks more. Now, again, that may not make a huge difference because the head on here is wider than the head on this Little Green. And while I used both of these on the same carpet to see which one worked better, it was really kind of hard to say which one was sucking up more water faster than the other. But if you're trying to suck water out of a jar, the UWANT definitely does it faster. Another significant difference between the two is with this Little Green, you see that it does have 2 tanks. One tank is for the cleaning solution. The other is for the discarded dirty water. On the UWANT, it just has one tank divided in two. In one half, you put the cleaning solution, and then the dirty water comes out of the other half. The thing to note with the UWANT is if you need to dump out the dirty water, you're also pouring the cleaning solution upside down. Now there is this rubber seal to prevent the cleaning solution coming out, but in my experience, a little bit of that cleaning solution does drip out. With this Little Green, you don't have that problem. But whether it's better to have 2 separate tanks or one single tank, again, I don't really know. I thought it was pretty cool with the UWANT. Maybe after I use this for 15 years, my story will change. But the thing I especially like about the UWANT having just the single tank is the tank is wide open, so it's very easy to clean out that dirty portion. Whereas with this Little Green, the way I've always cleaned it out is I just kind of pour some water in it with some dish soap, then I shake it up, pour it out, do it a few times. In my opinion, cleaning out the tank in the UWANT is much easier than the Little Green. One of the things I was really excited about this. As far as the hoses, the UWANT seems to have a hose that's about a foot longer. And another unique thing with the hose on the UWANT is it does have this self-cleaning mode where if you push that button, it basically just sprays water into the nozzle itself to kind of help clean that out. I found that did an okay job, but the cool thing about the UWANT is you can take this whole part off and then clean it that way. Now on the Little Green, my nozzle is very dirty because it's never been cleaned. I've tried to clean it and I think it might be possible to take that part off, but I've always been afraid of breaking it, so I've never been successful. Ultimately, if I had to bring it down to one thing I liked about each unit, with the Little Green, I'd have to say hands down, I'm impressed that this has lasted as long as it has. It's been 15 years. I've used it all the time. We have 4 young boys. We are cleaning up messes just about every day with this. If you want something long lasting, I can vouch that this is long lasting, works well, been very happy with this. Now with this UWANT, I've only been using it a couple weeks, so I can't vouch for how long it lasts, but the thing I've really liked about this is just how well everything is to clean. Now that might be a double-edged sword because it might be that because I can take this cover off, for example, to clean it, it might be that over time this will wear down and the cover just won't snap on as well. I don't know. That's one of the things I can't really vouch for, but since this UWANT was sent to me, I've had many occasions where I've needed to use a spot cleaner, and honestly, I've always used the UWANT because it has been working very well for me. I think going forward, I will continue to use this because I am honestly really impressed with it. I do want to point out a couple of weird things. The first being that the first time I used this, I had to hold down the spray button for probably about 5 minutes. I was pressing it on and off, on and off. It seemed to be broken for a while. I think the pump just needed some help. There's a lot of tubing in there. Something to be aware of. If it doesn't seem like it's working from the get-go, just keep on pressing that trigger. The other thing is when you pick it up, it's at an angle. Even when you put water in it, it's still at this weird angle. I don't know why they put the handle like that. It's not a huge deal. It's just weird. Little green, pick it up in the middle and it's perfectly balanced. So cool beans. Both of these are great. I hope this video helped.